Song 5 and Chapter 5 Summary. Boethius laments God's seeming absence from governing human affairs, to which philosophy responds with a rebuke. His deepest exile is not physical, but spiritual. He is not yet ready for a complete cure, and so for now she will only gently prepare him for that. Song 5, Boethius's Prayer. Builder of that starry dome, you who rotate, throned eternal, heaven's swift globe, and, as they roam, guide the stars by laws supernal, so in full-sphered splendor bright, moonlight dims the lamps of night, but unto the fire fraternal closer drawn, will lose her light. Who, when twilight's shadow falls, evening star's cold radiance brightens, beams of morning star recalls, paling as the sun's glare lightens brief while winter's frost holds sway, by your will, the space of day. Fly when summer's fervor heightens heat, the hours of night away. You reign o'er the changing year. When the rude north wind oppresses, fall the leaves. They reappear, wooed by west wind's soft caresses. Fields that summer burns full grown, by the winter's watch were sown. Each the reign of law confesses, keeps the place that is his own. Sovereign ruler, Lord of all, surely of all woes the plainest is the helplessness of man, o'er whom fortune plays her vainest. Guilt's deserved punishment falls upon the innocent. High uplifted, the profanest on the just their malice vent. Virtue slinks in dark retreats, crime's foul stain the just are bearing. Perjury and false deceits spare the ones who sin, uncaring. But whene'er the wicked trust in vile strength to work their lust, kings, whom nations were declaring mighty, grovel in the dust. Look, oh, look upon this earth, you who on law's sure foundation stablished all. Have we no worth, we poor men of all creation? Weak we toss on fortune's tide. Master, bid the waves subside, and earth's ways with consummation of your heaven's order guide. Chapter 5. When I had poured out my griefs in this long and unbroken lament, she calmly spoke these words, not in the least disturbed at my complaints. When I saw you sorrowful in tears, I immediately knew you were wretched and in exile. But how far distant that exile was, I wouldn't have known if your own speech hadn't revealed it. Yet how far indeed from your country have you been banished? No, rather have you strayed? Or, if you want to call it banishment, how far away have you banished yourself? For no one else could ever lawfully have exercised this power over you. You should remind yourself from what country you come. It is not ruled by the sovereignty of the multitude, as in ancient Athens, but, as Homer said, one is its ruler, one its king. He takes delight in the number of his citizens, not in their banishment. To submit to his rule and obey his commands is perfect freedom. Can you be ignorant of that most ancient law of your country, which decrees that no one who has chosen to dwell there may be sent into exile? For truly, no one who is surrounded by its ramparts and defenses would deserve to be exiled, but he who no longer desires to dwell there no longer deserves to do so. And so the way this place looks does not move me as much as the way you look. Not so much the library walls set off with glass and ivory that I miss, as the chamber of your mind, in which I once placed not books, but that which gives books their value, the doctrines my books contain. Now, how you described your services to the common good is true, but you didn't say enough compared to the greatness of what you deserve. Everyone knows the things laid to your charge which you spoke about, whether they reflect honor to your credit or are mere false accusations. As for the crimes and deceits of the informers, you have rightly decided to pass over them lightly, because most people are better and more fully acquainted with them. You have bitterly complained of the injustice of the Senate. You have grieved over the slander I suffered, and you have also lamented the damage to my good name. Finally, your indignation blazed against fortune. You have complained about the unfairness with which your merits have been rewarded. Last of all, your frantic muse framed a prayer that the peace that reigns in heaven might rule earth also. But since a throng of tumultuous passions has assailed your soul, since you are distraught with anger, pain, and grief, strong remedies aren't proper for you in such a mood. And so, for a while, I will use milder methods, trying by gentle treatment to soften the swollen tumors that have been hardened through the influence of disturbing passion, till they can bear sharper remedies.